Hey guys, quick disclaimer. I filmed this video a few months ago, but chose to wait to release it until now because who wants to watch an exhaust build video where you don't get to hear the exhaust at the end? Alright, with that said, let's go into the past and watch me build this exhaust. Wait, one sec. That's better. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Mike and this is Porty's Chop Shop. In this video, I'm going to be going over building the exhaust for my 240SX swap Datsun 620. Not a whole lot of introduction needed here. I'm building an exhaust. I got some new components, like stainless stuff from Amazon, a flex pipe, and some V-band connectors, and some old stuff, like my old mild steel used exhaust that I'm salvaging a couple bends off of. I'm trying to reserve a lot of the nice stainless stuff to build a tip for it, so let's just get into it. The first hurdle here is getting a connector onto the downpipe or the turbo outlet, whatever you want to call it. There's very minimal space between my frame and the transmission, so I had already cut the flange off and tacked on this V-band connector. This allows me the most room between the frame and the transmission. So I'm going to start here, and then I have to make a kind of double turn off of this thing that goes over my transmission mount, and so that's going to be a bit difficult, but once I get past that, then it should be pretty straightforward. So I'm just going to jump into it here. What's up guys? Alright, I know it's kind of just time-lapsing and cutting and welding pipes together isn't that exciting, but I wanted to touch on something real quick. I know somebody or some people might be giving me grief for welding on cast and not using a TIG welder on the stainless that I'm using and all the stuff that I'm doing, but it's just exhaust pipe. It'll serve its purpose. But I did want to point something out for people who maybe don't have a lot of equipment. Like I only have a MIG welder and then basic tools. So this is my first crossover pipe that I did to get over the transmission tunnel, and like there's not a single bend in this thing. It's just chopped pipe to kind of get where I need it to go. And using exactly the same equipment and even some of the same materials that I was using, I was able to make this pipe, so this comes down off the downpipe and then goes over the transmission tunnel like this. And all of these bends are much better flowing. It's a much nicer flex pipe, and none of this stuff was expensive. All this stuff I just got off Amazon. It's just generic stuff. But I mean, like the difference in these two pipes, it might not seem like a big difference, but really it's just patience. So just take your time and make intelligent cuts. And then one tip that I do use is I don't know, I don't have a bandsaw either. So if you take a hose clamp and then get the hose clamp onto the pipe and then tighten it down, you have like a perfect ring to follow. So just Sharpie out that hose clamp once you tighten it down, and then you have a nice line to follow. And then bends from different sections of pipes will line up without a gap in between them, making it a heck of a lot easier to weld. So I just wanted to share my progress on that and just give you a little bit of encouragement that even if all you got is an old reciprocating saw and a cutoff wheel, that you can still make nice exhaust that serves its purpose. It's not show quality, you know, it's not all TIG welded titanium and stuff, but it'll do the job. And I think it looks nice and will perform well. So just wanted to share that bit of encouragement. Back to work. All right. I didn't film anything at all yesterday while I was doing the back section or underneath the truck, but figured I'd try and show you what it looks like now. So let's take a look. So that's where I'm at right now. I still have to do underneath the axle, and then it's on to designing the tip, which I'm pretty excited about because I'm gonna build it myself. So I'll try and film a little bit more when I work on it next, but that's where I'm at. So thanks. What's up, guys? All right, it's a new day yet again. Like I said, sorry I didn't really film anything from underneath or anything like that. I think I posted a kind of just walkthrough showing what I did. Anyways, so I'm gonna move on to the tip design because I only have so many bends here, and if I ruin them, then I can't do the tip. So I'd like to start with the tip, and then I have plenty of turns left to just reach the tip. So I'm gonna actually move on to that. So there's two designs that I really like, and I'm kind of going to try and bring the Datsun and 240SX world together in my exhaust tip design, and it's what I really want. So there's this design that is a pretty traditional style for the 240Z and the Gen 1 S30s. And they did a couple of aftermarket versions of that one as well, and like I think D-Pan did one. And then there is also this style that I like from the 240SX, which is kind of like a drifter style one or whatever. I am ISR and I think Injuku or one of those companies released some of these for a while, but I got all of this stainless piping for as much as it would have cost just to buy the one tip. So I'm going to give it a shot, and if I ruin it, then I'm not really out any money. So I'm going to jump into that and try and show you as much as I can on how I'm going to do that. So check it out. All right, real quick here before I start ruining pipe. What I did was I put a little spacer right here on this side and then tried to mark as straight a line as I could over here. So what I'm going to do is cut the non-expanded side out of both of these U-bends that I have, and then try and weld them together to get them into a 3-inch bit that will go in like that. So looking for the dual blast pipe looks, so let's see if I can cut this without ruining it. Woo. All right, first cut's done. It's not perfect, definitely kind of goofed the inside there a little bit, but now you can kind of see what I'm going for here. If I got two of these together, then welding down the center there, boom, I'll have myself a set of twin pipes. So try again on the second one, and hopefully I don't screw this one up. All right, I apologize for the hand cam. My tripod took a shit, but it's pretty close here. What I was shooting for was 1/4-inch spacing between here. So I got a little bit of cleanup to do, and then I think I can land it on that 1/4-inch, so that's pretty sick. So I'm gonna keep going. All right, I think I got this as close as I can. So that's gonna sit like that. And then this next pipe is going to come through like that. So there's a little gap left, but I can't get it perfect without shaving this thing down forever until it's all gone. So I'll keep giving this a shot and let you know how it goes when I cut this. Wish me luck. Whoa, I'm pretty stoked on that. All right, so if you didn't catch it, what I did was I put a pipe like that on this, traced around it, and then cut off the tip. Now I'm going to tack the saw in as best I can, weld the inside before I put the outside on, and then put those together, and then I have my exhaust tip, and then I can just weld to this piece underneath the truck once I get the bed back on. So all right, back to it. Okay, I said I would film more, so here I am. So now that I have this set up where I think I want it, you can kind of see what I'm dealing with. See the like kind of difference in the gaps between the pipes there. If you look down the center of this pipe, you can see the offset on there. So I'm gonna make that up, but that's about where I want the pipe right there. It looks like it's close, but there's lots of room around that axle, and if I have to build a heat shield, I can. I really don't think I will need to though, because like I said, the exhaust isn't that hot back here. I don't know. So I can use that factory mount right there, and then the factory mount right here as well. And then I'm gonna steal this little piece right here because I love recycling. And then the way I'm gonna do it, I think, is I have these scrap pieces here, which, check this out. Make a really cool W shape. So what I'm gonna do is find out that offset and then find out where I need to cut these pipes to get them to line up. So I'll make the same cut on each side, and then like these little teardrop pieces aren't really gonna be useful for what I'm doing, but that still leaves me all of this bend right here to use if I need. So not that I do want to do like 400 welds on this, but let's see what happens. What's up, guys? Okay, maybe you saw halfway through that time lapse that you just watched when I was getting the dip down S pipe for the under the axle done. I stopped about halfway through and was doing the rest of the with one hand. Let me give you a little dramatic reenactment of what happened here. So I got a new file, which I'm super stoked about. It's one of my favorite tools, but I'm not used to the handle on this one yet, and I was doing this and pulling back, and then I went bam and whacked myself right in the face. So that's what happened. Don't do that. Step back, be careful. Anyways, you might also notice that my bed is back on. So thank you, wife, for the help. And I figured I'd show you how I got this part done that I'm about to make on here. So what I did was I found the angle of the bed being like horizontal, so like that's within 1 degree. I'm just gonna call that 1 degree. And then I took the angle here, so call that 74. Like I want it to be close, but it doesn't need to be perfect. So call that 16 degrees or 15 degrees, whatever you want to call it. So now I know the angle that the back of the tailgate slopes down on, and that's what I'm going to try and match for the exhaust tip. So let me show you how I transfer that on the tip. So now with the tip here, I clamped a flat piece to this, so I have a reference off of it, and I busted out my trusty speed square again. So now measuring off the pivot point here, which again, if you guys haven't, if you don't have a speed square, you've never seen one of these used, I highly suggest, if you're doing like fabrication at home and you don't have a lot of tools, this thing is a lifesaver. So now I have it marked at, let's call it 16. And now I got the perfect down angle to match that tailgate. So then all I have to do is make sure this is like within 1 degree of horizontal when I weld it in place. So I'm gonna mark that out and try and do my absolute best to make a good perfect cut on that. And then I'll have the tip and I can mock it up. So there it is, making progress. Oh, one more thing. You really can't see it too well, but I did, let me go switch to hand cam mode. Maybe you can't see it too well, but I finished the axle drop down, so you see it comes off the muffler and then dips off of that, or dips down off there. And I reused that little piece right there. This isn't the sturdiest mount. I'll probably have to replace the rubber section here, but I mean, this thing isn't going anywhere, so cool. So I just got to get this to come up and then back, and then it's going to come out here next to my tail light and between the license plate and the tail light here. So all right, I'll get that get that going. All right, welcome back. It is day 100 of building this exhaust. Let me show you what I did. I had to change pretty much everything. All right, so you guys saw I had it underneath the axle back there, underneath, but it just doesn't really work out. If you take a look here, it has to make way too much of a turn up, and I kind of need this area back here for activities, which will definitely be covered in the future. But so as you can see, I am sort of aiming to go between the X brace and the pumpkin there, but that little S pipe I made front of the axle isn't quite right. So I'm gonna take that out and then try and shoot it out right there, and then it will come and just be a flat kind of transition that will come from here to where I want to mount it between the taillights right here. So hopefully that works out and I can be done with this thing, but I'll keep you posted. Okay, I'm really sorry I can't remember where I left off, but I'm gonna show you now where I'm at. Okay, I got the tip all done. I'm super stoked at, absolutely love it. So welded that up, got a hanger back here, and I actually was able to get it to go between the diff and the cross brace here, so that's nice. I'll probably heat wrap everything that's from the muffler to like right here. Maybe all this is probably getting painted black, which I know people are gonna rage. It's stainless, but so misses the gas tank by quite a bit, misses the diff by quite a bit. I have gold tape for the diff, and well, like I said, I'll heat wrap that. So I got the V-band here. I had to put that there so that I could get this out. Without a V-band there and a V-band up front, this whole back section never want to come out. I don't really anticipate needing to take this out very often, but it would be foolish, like my last one, to let it not come out at all. So so what I'm going to do next, when I get the chance, I'm going to disassemble this whole thing and then take it all out and prep it and finish weld everything. And like I did say at the beginning, like this is 304 stainless. It welds with the MIG welder. It's no big deal. It does ruin the stainless, and it must be painted after that. So but I got this whole stainless kit and made the tip out of the same stainless kit that I got off Amazon for much less than I could buy just the tip and mild steel to even build my exhaust with locally. So using stainless and then MIG welding, it's kind of silly, but there it is. So once I get this all out in pieces, I'll show you I'm taking it out in pieces. So, but painting my wife's table right now, so I gotta prioritize that. You'll have just seen me take these three pieces off. We have the front piece. Wait a second. We have the front piece from the downpipe to over the transmission hump right here, and then back to our first bit of stainless. That goes just behind the transmission mount right there, that V-band. Meets up. Who built this thing? There we go. Meets up with this piece, goes back to my Spintech muffler, and then up to go over the axle. And then we have over the axle and between the cross brace, and then out to the tip. So probably just go ahead and weld all this up off camera and then paint it up, and then that's probably all the filming I'll do until I'm able to get a sound clip, and then I can release this video. So stay tuned. All right, there you have it. Nice little exhaust clip for you. Hopefully you guys like that. Hopefully you like the sound of it. Let me know what you guys think about that tip design. And just so you guys know, not everything is hooked up. Obviously the car is running, but I just kind of cobbled it together so I could get a nice exhaust clip. You can see I'm pretty much at the point where I'm just finishing up a couple of systems. So my next video is going to be going over everything that is done on the truck and everything that's working and everything that I need to get it on the road, because it is running now, but I need to get it driving. So again, thank you guys so much for sticking with me on this one. I know it was a long one and it was kind of a different video, but I hope you guys liked it. Thank you for subscribing and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.